Hey everybody. I was really surprised by the response for the theme that I put on from La La Land. There's so many people that ended up watching that video, and I was really thrilled and excited that everybody wanted to learn it and that they were really hopefully enjoying it. So I thought what I would do is do a quick or a bit of a tutorial on how I would practice or give you some ideas on how to put it together, just so that it might become a little bit easier. A lot of piano, the challenge of piano is just learning how to break things down. So I'm going to use the same piece, and I'll just give you some examples of how I would break it down as a learner. So I'll take the second line. I might just do right hand by itself. And it's really important to take one section at a time. So I do that. I might take the left hand. Depending on how much you need to, you might have to do that 5 or 10 times. So I'll do the left hand up to F sharp, and then and then once you've done hands separate sufficiently, and this is not specifically for this line, but for the entire piece, like how do you learn something like this? I would take that line, and you're going to do hands together, but you're going to do it so slow, just crazy slow. Just give yourself lots of time. I'm just showing you how slow. You need to give your brain time to think it through. And then together. Think about the next move, and then play. Think about it. Always thinking ahead, thinking about the next note as we go along. Alone. Oh, this is a tricky one. Think it through. Think it through. And so on. That's just a little bit of an example. Now, how slow you go depends on your ability. You might have to take even more time, and of course, repeating. You're going to take short sections and repeat them tons of times until you feel like you really have them. So another thing is to notice when you've got a problem. So you're coming along here. Sorry, just this, and then you play this. It's like, oh shoot, that's not right. Check your left hand. Oh, that's wrong. Okay. So don't just play the correct notes, but remind yourself. So these two notes that I need to play is an F sharp and an A. These are the two notes that I need to get. Just make a mental note. So much about piano is just noticing things. So then you do it again. Play them together. Now, I made a mental note, so I know that I'm heading for these notes. Okay. And then so on, right? Really slow. Another strategy that I've used with my students is changing the tempos. So I take that same line, this is still this 1 second line, and I'm gonna play it slower, then faster, then slower, then faster. So I'll play it. Just pretend I played that really slow, so you don't have to listen to me do it again. But this time, we just played that one line slow, now we're gonna go faster. Now when you go faster, usually it doesn't go this well. You're gonna have lots of problems, like wrong notes, whatever it is. So if you're a beginner, you might have had a few more mistakes, and that's fine. When you go faster, it's okay to make mistakes, but it's important to go back to the slow again. So slow, even slower than the last time. Notice what you're doing. and so on. So then you've done slow again, and you'd go back to fast again. So switch it up, switch up your timing. Try not to play the same timing every time. You know, different speeds as you go through, and noticing things again. So these are all little strategies that I use with my students. Hopefully you can use them too. They're gonna really, the important thing is don't be afraid to go really slow, take your time, break it apart. I guess what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put another video on, which is going to be just me playing the whole thing at a really slow tempo, and it would be like a benchmark for you. It'll be like, can you play the piece with me at that tempo? So I'll do that video after this one, and it'll be just me playing it really slowly, and you're just gonna follow along with me. Or you can do right hand by itself with me, or left hand by itself with me. But the important thing is that you're gonna hear the correct timing for the entire piece. So you're gonna be able to put it together and get the right timing in your head. And once you can do the entire piece with me slowly, then you can start ramping it up to go faster, then go slower, then faster and slower. But I'm going to do that video right now. So I'll put this one on as my little, pointers for learning. And then the next video will be just the entire piece really, really slow. All right, thanks.